Hey everybody, welcome to another Lotto. So before we get going, I think we are still working through our technical problems. But as far as I can see on my computer, my fancy screen, I have sound, I have video, and we're going to get in this thing. Day before Thanksgiving, which is fun and exciting. Hey Derek and Trust Gus. It's an exciting time of year. I love the holidays. My birthday's in October, and so it's kind of like that lead up into the holidays. It's a really fun time. So this week, or actually the last couple weeks, I've been working on some more stuff along the lines of traditional with a twist, getting back to my roots, taking some old school stuff and bringing a twist to it. So I've been working hard on 2-blade patterns, and these are all my original patterns. The only ones that I have done in the past that have 2 blades. So let's get to it. I'll show you these knives because there's kind of a lot to see, and it's kind of fun. So let's see. I'm going to save that one for last. Let's start here. We're going to start with this guy right here. This is my Hellhound pattern. And I am kind of thinking that I might have a little bit of a dirty lens. No, I think we might be all right. Here, we're going to do an impromptu here. You ready for this? I'm going to give this a little swipe because I want you guys to be able to see this clearly. No, I did not black it out. I am still here. Okay, this will be much better. Okay, this is, let's get on this side. This is my Hellhound pattern. Much better. Get a little focus on there. So decided to continue with the different pivots and went with this one to have kind of a little mini flame pivot. Let's get some extra light on that bad boy. It's got the little mini flame action going on in that pivot. Black burlap, some deep red liners. This is one of my favorite things about multi-blade. So you can see that spring. You can just see how you can kind of see the faint shadow of liners because it's a different steel. And you can see this has been a rough week. My hands are chewed up. Just the way it goes. I don't know if it's the 2-blade thing or what, but it has been a rough one for me. I've got dings and slices all over. So first blade. This one is a pattern that I kind of derived from dog leg pattern, so it's kind of got that kind of dog leg handle a little bit, and then just modernize it, put some of my touch on it. So as a 2-blade, this is how it works, and I'm going to try not to jack up my fingers anymore. And there you are. But this is a hand rubbed CTS XHP blade, and let me give you a little example of walk and talk. That's one, half stop, boom. It's got great walk and talk, and then you can see that the if it'll focus on there, the nail nicks are accessible all the time. Okay, moving on to the next one. This one is one that seemed to be kind of a fan favorite as I've been posting pictures. This is some crazy fiber. It turned out really cool with this pivot design. I really don't have names for these because I'm just pulling stuff out of thin air, but I thought this one kind of worked really well. Again, get my fingerprints off of there. There's the 2 blades. This one is a linerless version, so feels really lightweight. And I had to get have a band-aid on my thumb that's going to open these knives. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So this one, the reason I call it a hawk flipper, this blade style I call hawk blade. I don't know why, I just do. And then this one also has like a little Tonto blade as well. So again, nice walk and talk on these guys. And there you go. And again, those nail nicks are accessible right there. Okay, next one. Got 2 blades on these bad boys, so it takes a little longer to talk about. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's wishing the same. a great weekend. Okay, get the right side here. So this is a half native lockback whittler. This was a design, the handle design kind of came from my buddy Bronco, who designed my logo. And he brought out this idea for the handle shape, and I thought it worked out great. So if you see this backside blade is accessible from the backside, I also make a 3-blade version where this main blade will split the center, and then there will be one more blade on this side that will be a small 3rd blade. So as this one sits though, main blade locks, so it's got that lock back. You can see that did a little different pivot on this one than I've done in the past, if that will focus maybe. And then kept a shield on there. I was able to do the shield and that. Let's see if, there we go. So you can see pivot, kind of a unique pivot collar around it. And then this secondary blade, I may be taking this band-aid off here in a second and dealing with the cut because it's really annoying. But then that secondary blade comes up and is a slip joint blade. And I have a unique shape pivot on that secondary blade as well to kind of mimic this top one. So then you got good walk and talk on this little guy. And I'll show you this. Let's see. First, it's always got to drop. And then I'll show you how these go as they nest in together. You can see there is not a whole ton of room inside of there for this. Just barely clears it, but you can open either one and leave the other closed. Next one up, an Arashi. This one was a fun one with kind of the squared off pivots to mimic the handle. This is one that is special to me because it has flush joints. So flush joints means that when it's closed, you can see there's no sharp anything sticking up. It is completely flush with the handle there as well as here. You can see that sharp corner just dives down in there. Hopefully that will come through. There we go. So you can see that both are flush. If you look from above, this one is one where you don't actually crink it, you just grind it. So you have to grind for clearance, and this one works super well. So the first one, you grab this nail nick, has a long pull on it. So you can see that it kind of follows the shape of the handle. The other one I actually have to do, if you can see, there's a little relief right there so you can get your fingernail in there. You really have to have a fingernail to get that. Got a photo bomber coming in here. So you can get that little nail nick on there. So you can see it's kind of got a unique handle shape. And then of course good walk and talk on both of those, even the little guy. And then the last one, and I'm going to lose this band-aid because it's driving me crazy. Last one is actually a new pattern that I have not done before as far as 2-bladed knives go. It's one that I had years ago and have never done it. So from this side, looks just like a regular sway hawk, no big deal. So you open it up. Got some stuff on my hand there. And then on the back side, we've got another one. Now this one gets enough of that nail nick exposed. You can see, generally speaking, sway back knives don't have enough room there to put the secondary blade in front. So usually they'll put them behind. So this one has what I would consider a lefty nail nick, right? And then this one is a righty nail nick. So I mean, it all works out in the end. Again, good walk and talk on these guys. Always the key. Of course, getting it centered is also a big factor. This one has a little hidden surprise in there. Since we don't need that pin all the way through, it's just on the one blade, which I thought was kind of fun. And then you still get the liner in that full effect. So anyway, that is the two-bladed knives that I do. So those are all my own original patterns. And I, of course, have a couple of three-bladed knives I do as well. But let's get to, we're taking a little extra long on this, so let's get to the drawing. And we're going to cross our fingers. Last time my camera went out, I think I've solved that problem. So we're going to see how that goes. We just crested the 200 mark, and Ted got in literally as I was pushing the button, and he got in. So we are going to go, I also learned a new little trick. We're going to go from 2 to 202. That will get rid of that number 1 spot that is where it has your name and everything else above there. In fact, you can see it right there. Number 1 doesn't count. So this should make it a little more fair, gives everybody a slight higher percentage chance. I will draw 5 and then 2 alternates, and then I'll reach out to everybody then. So let's get this going. 177 is our first one. As I blow by it. Josh White, you are number 1. Let's get the next one. 42. Andy, you are number 2. 111. All right, John Gillum, you have number 3. 137. Tibet Riley, you've got number 4, and then our last official one is 100. You stayed right around that general area. Then let's grab a couple of alternates. 132. So Tim, oops, sorry, I'm typing 132. You are my alternate, number 1. And then last alternate, number 98. Man, we just stayed right there close. Skipped it. Vladimir, you are my alternate, number 2. I have not gotten to alternates very much in a while. So, take it for what it's worth. But let us organize this up and see where we are. So we have Joshua White as number 1. Andy Zhu has number 2, John Gillum number 3, Tibet Riley has number 4, and Rick, was that right? That must have been. We may have to go back to the instant replay on this one because Rick's name does not sound right for number 5, so I may have clicked that on the wrong one. And then Tim Kunstler has number 1, and Vladimir has alternate number 2. I will double check and see if I clicked on the wrong one for number 5 winner, but we'll go back to the. We're gonna do a little one of these and get us a replay. And so I am looking on here, seeing some comments. So, Benjamin, you mentioned, sorry you're late. Any chance to get half block back? Yes, you can. I will pull that up here. Hang on just a second. Let me show you the half block back with her. And of course, you can always go back. I'll post this up so you can see it. Here's that little half lock back. So you got the lock and secondary blade. And then I'll try not to cut myself anymore. These little blades make a little sound, so you can put it by the microphone. Still has a great walk and talk, but just a smaller blade has a smaller sound. And then a bigger blade has a bigger sound. So, there you go. Haha. I slid this over so that you can all see me too. Alrighty. So there you go. Benjamin, just for you. Special request. Okay. And Brandon, nice try. Brandon Parker. I don't know that I said Brandon Parker. So if you have been one of the winners, please feel free to reach out to me preemptively. Shoot me a message. However, I guess if you put down your phone number, you probably don't have my phone number to text me, but reach out to me on Messenger and Instagram, even email if that was your method of contact, if you've seen that you've won, and that'll kind of get the ball rolling a little bit quicker. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Spend time with friends, family. It's Thanksgiving here in the United States, and I may be biased, but I feel like this is the greatest country on the earth, and we have much to be thankful for to live in the land where we live. For the rest of you that aren't in the United States and that may not be your Thanksgiving day, maybe spend a moment tomorrow to think about the things that you are grateful for, because we have a lot to be thankful for. If you are watching this video, then that means that you have the ability, desire, or aspiration to attain something from me that is pure luxury. It is not a necessity. Now, a knife is a necessity, but you can always go pick something up, some cheap pocket knife or whatever, and get it. But if you are watching this video with the intention of hopefully winning this knife or wanting one someday, you have a lot to be grateful for, because there are a lot of people on this earth that could never even dream of that. So be thankful. I know that I am. I am thankful for all of you and for all of your support and for tuning into these cornball videos where I mess up everything technologically, and it's a total bomb every time. But I'm grateful for your support, because without you, I could not do this, and I would still be doing something else. So have a wonderful day tomorrow and a great weekend, and I will be reaching out to many of you soon, and then watch for some of my 3-blade patterns coming up soon. Have a great weekend. We'll see you.